are many that would consider Thanksgiving to be the greatest holiday in the world, purely based on the sumptuousness of the food presented at their feast. But I would argue there's always at least one dish that's the, shall we say, white elephant of the meal. You know what I'm talking about. The one that Aunt Helen brings every year and everybody takes a little bit and puts it on their plate just to be polite, but then never actually gets eaten. In my house, it's my maternal grandmother's pearl onion in Velveeta cheese sauce. I am telling you, we had this dish not only at every Thanksgiving, but at every Christmas as well, and always served in this exact chafing dish. My beloved grandmother passed away a few years ago, and the only thing my dad wanted to keep as a memory was this chafing dish. So when I knew I wanted to shoot this video and use her pearl onions as the recipe, I called him up and asked him not only to borrow it, but to find out what was so special about this recipe. It turns out my dad never ate the pearl onions. The only reason he wanted the chafing dish is because he knew every time he saw it, it would remind him of her. So I called my mom and asked her about it, and she said not only was there no recipe for this dish, she had never tried it either. Now here's the big secret. In all the years that my grandmother made this and served it at every holiday, I never actually tried them either. The idea of plain pearl onions smothered in Velveeta cheese is just too much for me to handle. So as an homage to my grandmother, today I'm gonna show you how you can make her pearl onions in Velveeta cheese sauce. And then I'm gonna make it modern by caramelizing leeks and baking them with the Gruyere cheese in an amazing gratin. Begin by defrosting a bag of frozen pearl onions by microwaving them in a bowl. Next, cube a few cups of Velveeta cheese and place in a saucepan with the pearl onions over a medium heat. Let the cheese melt and then pour into a chafing dish to keep warm. Now you can see why this recipe was never written down. I have purposefully not made this dish until now, so this is the first time I'm gonna try it. No, I'm sorry, this is not good. The onion pops in your mouth with this horrible, it's awful. Should I take another taste? No. Oh my God, it's so gross, it's worse. I like onions and I like cheese. Why? Why did they do this? I can safely say that I have been missing nothing at all of those holiday meals where I didn't eat the onions in cheese sauce. For my modern version, I'm gonna substitute caramelized leeks for the onions and Gruyere cheese for the Velveeta cheese. Then I'm gonna bake the whole thing in the oven till it's golden brown and serve it either as a side dish or with slices of toasted baguette. Begin by slicing up 6 to 8 leeks. Then I slice the white parts in half and dice them into semicircles. Then they're placed in a large bowl full of water because leeks are notoriously dirty. Rinse and drain your leeks and then cook them in a large pan with some olive oil over a medium to medium-high heat. Continue to cook the leeks for about 30 minutes or until they start to turn golden brown. Just be careful not to overcook them. Place the leeks in a baking dish with half a cup of heavy cream, a sprinkle of salt, a bit of grated nutmeg, and 2 cups of the shredded Gruyere cheese. Bake for about 30 minutes at 350 or until the top of the cheese is golden. This can be served as a side dish, or you can use it as a dip with some toasted baguette. The caramelized leeks are just this side of heaven, and they add a sweetness to the nutty creaminess of the Gruyere cheese. So much better than the inspiration dish. Sorry, Grandma. So this year, instead of ignoring the old standby dish that nobody wants to eat at Thanksgiving, Why don't you give it a try and use it as inspiration to make it modern? Happy Thanksgiving, everyone!